Hello everyone and welcome to my month 2 update of Lending Club and Prosper. We've let an entire month go by, we've invested some additional money, and I'm going to go ahead and show you my returns. So let's go ahead and get started. Here is my Lending Club account, and as you can see, last time I had about $1,550. This time I'm up to $2,200, and that's because I've invested about $700 more. But the important thing is that my interest has gone up quite a bit. Last time I only had 32 cents of interest. Now I'm already at $8 at the end of the month. And in reality, it would have actually been more. So let me just show you what my payments look like. We have an interest of $12 over here, which is actually really good. And you might be wondering why I don't have that. It's because one of my notes kind of entered grace period, which is that 1 to 15-day period that buyers have extended onto a deadline where they can pay a debt. So when that happened, this is a pretty early portfolio. I had a choice. One, I could either ride it out and see if they ended up paying, or I could just try to trade the note. And because this is a fairly new account, I didn't want to lose $25 off the bat, so I decided just to go ahead and start my own trading account. So if I actually go to trading notes, you can see I'm at a negative right now, and that's because I sold the grace period note at a 20% loss. So that was about $5, a little less, so maybe $4.80, but it was still a decent amount, and my justification was 28% of notes that enter the grace period fail, and this was a listing that I had invested early on, and it was also a listing where the person had a 35% debt to income ratio and also had one public record. So since I didn't quite know what it meant when I originally invested, I felt like it wasn't that good of an investment, so I decided to sell it. So I sold it for about 20 bucks, and I also sold another note at a 4% premium, and let me kind of show you that. So first off, here's my account details. This is going into April. I've accrued about $16 worth of interest, so if this pays out, April's going to be a pretty good month. I still have a pretty high weighted average at 13%, and you can also kind of see the breakdown of all that. Even though I've only put in 2,200, I've invested 2,300. And I've also had a note fully paid. So someone actually just went ahead and after the first month fully paid their loan right after. So got a little bit of interest, but not quite as much. But that's cool. As long as you pay it, I'm cool with that. And also I'm investing more. So every paycheck I put in an additional $200, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I feel like I have a decent nest egg for this. Okay, so the trading account, it's really easy to set up. You just pretty much type in some basic employee details, and you can set up a trading account, and all the links are at Lending Club, so you can just activate your trading account. And it's really cool because you can just list your notes, but they still earn interest. And what I do is I actually listed all my notes, and I put a 4% premium on all of them. And I'll just ride this out week after week. Because in the off chance that they sell, you've just made about 2 to 3 months of interest payments. Just like that. Without any of that risk. And there's always the possibility that the person who has the loan will just pay it off right away. So let's say you get the loan and you sell it for a 4% premium, and then the person who has the loan pays it off right away, then you actually would have made more money than had you kept it. Plus, it's safer. Now, the only downside is whenever a payment is pending, they actually cancel your listing and you have to reapply it every day. The other cool thing is you can see the credit score change of each person using this trading account without actually clicking on the individual listings. So I can see that these are all payments that are processing, that their credit score change is actually good. So these are all probably going to pay out, which is awesome because I want them to pay out. So trading accounts with a Lending Club account is good, real good. Okay. Oh, and the total without that would have been 13.3. Really close to what I was supposed to get. Okay, heading over to my Prosper account. We are up to $570. which I think is pretty good also. Last time I was at 424.45. I've earned a decent amount of interest. Not a whole lot, but I think it's been $4.42 worth. So pretty good for the amount I have. And I feel like this amount is only going to increase. So I'm actually looking for ways to increase or bolster this account so that I can continue to put more and more money. And that's turning out really well as well. I'd say their trading account system, which I actually also set up for Prosper, is not as good as the Lending Club version because you actually have to go through each individual note and set it at the premium. But I think like overall it's decent and it processes things pretty quickly. So there you have it. This is my update. I am still in the positive, 570.84 for my Prosper and 2208.02 for my Lending Club. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to subscribe and check out the April update when it's complete after the end of this month, feel free to. If you have any questions about either of these or peer-to-peer lending in general, feel free to drop me a comment below. Okay guys, I will see you next month. Peace out.